Are you trying to make a shop in Fortnite creative and using the conditional button, but you realize it's way too slow? So, what could you do to make it more epic? Well, today I'm going to show you the best method for the best shop inside of Fortnite creative. Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm your host today, Mr. Mobile. Today, I'm going to show you, as I said in the intro, how to make the best shop you can make inside of Fortnite creative. Now, if you've ever played Roblox, some tycoon games and stuff have these circle pads, and you walk over to those to sell your items. That's what we're taking our inspiration off from today. So, what are you going to need? You're going to need, at the bottom here you can see we've got ourselves a conditional button, an item granter, mutator zone, trigger, HUD message device, and a billboard. Now, before we go any further, there is something we can do. If you already know this, good for you, but if we want to make it a circular shape, just like the Roblox kind of games, we can go into My Island, go Tools, and we can convert to the new devices, which I'm going to do. And now that I've switched over with the mutator zone that we have grabbed, I'm able to change it from box to cylinder. So then that kind of gives us this circular shape. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab this floor piece. You can grab any floor piece you want. You can make this square. You can make this circular, as I'm doing too. It's all up to your preferences. So now I've got this circle here, and we're going to go ahead and grab our billboard and just put on it what this selling point is for. So for this particular one, I'm going to allow it to grab mushrooms from the ground, and that will give the player gold. So now we've got dropped mushrooms here. Now we're going to grab the mutator zone and we're going to smack that right on in the middle there. Make sure it's aligned with your actual circle. We don't want it to be too out of place. And I've just changed that to 0.7 on the width and depth, just so it kind of fits in position. And you can also change the height too. I'm going to change the height to 0.5, just so it's a bit lower. Go into the settings of the mutator zone, and by the way, I am using the event system. This is easily done in channels too. I've done it in channels, again, super simple, and it's also super simple in events. You can go through the settings and do all what you want here. I'm just going to disable the VFX, which is the big old one here, and we're going to enable it on none. So, you're sitting there doing nothing at the minute. Alright, we got that. Let's go ahead and get ourselves our conditional button. We're going to place that down. We're also going to place down the HUD message device. In the HUD message device, we're going to put down, "You have no mushrooms." And we'll keep it display for 5 seconds. Display style, we'll make that a bold blue. And we'll just pick some random sound effect. Spooky, scared heartbeat, sure. And then for message recipient, make sure that that is on triggering the player. Go into your conditional button and go over to events. On not enough items, you're going to transmit on the HUD message device and show that. Go back in here and we're going to activate when receiving from mutator zone on player entering, and we can do on player exiting too, but I'm just going to leave it like that. Make sure that they are both saved in here, because sometimes it bugs out and removes them, and that seems to be all good. Now we're going to go ahead and get our item granter here, and we're going to put our gold in it. So we can say something like 10 gold, yeah. And here's where it gets spicy. If we go in here and we see the mushrooms, we've got about 4 different mushroom types. So what if we want to have different mushrooms give you different amounts of money? Well, if we get the white mushroom here, the yellow mushroom, the red mushroom, and the pink mushroom. So let's say the white mushroom is common. It's only going to give us 10 gold. Let's go ahead and drop one right into this guy. Then we're going to go in here, on activated, transmit on, item granter, and we're going to do grant item. Just make sure in here that everything is enabled and it doesn't clear the inventory and only grants the current item. So these two are now set up, they're all triggered and connected with each other. Let's go ahead and copy both of these and we'll drag them over here. Now since this is the event system, it's going to then set an item granter 2, which is this one. Just make sure when you're doing channels, then you're putting that on a different channel connecting to the new item granter. So this may be when activated, transmit on channel 1. This grants the item on channel 1. This one activates channel 2, and this grants on channel 2. But anyway, let's go into here now, and we're going to put a different mushroom in. Let's say, where's the yellow mushroom? Let's say this here pink mushroom is then the uncommon one. Well, we're going to go up to his, and we're going to clear items, and we'll give it 20 gold for an uncommon one. Sure. I'm sure you're kind of getting the idea here. Again, that will be channel 3, and this will be channel 3. We're then going to put in the gold mushroom, be that legendary option. You're not going to go in it? Okay. That better? There we go. Make that 30 gold. And then I'm just going to do the red one and make it 40 gold. That seems the most logical. Okay, so now we've got like different set items up here. You can line these up a bit better if you want to. Like you could move these a bit closer so you know which ones are actually connected to which one. I would highly recommend doing this after you make the whole thing if you're going to tidy it up, because you do not want to drop one in one of these and then it goes into the one behind it or something like that, messing up your entire system. Now the only problem here is this HUD message device is going to appear, well, many times, because you're going to be triggering it, believe it or not, many times. Allow multiple in queue, you're going to turn that off. That's already off though, that's brilliant. So now let's go ahead and place some mushrooms, and I'm going to get myself a placer down here. And I'm going to go in here and just change a couple settings, such as interact times, instant, and respawn is on 2. So now when I've got that, I can grab 3 of these. Now there's one more step we need to do, and before we get into this last step, guys, why don't you go ahead and click the subscribe button. We're releasing a bunch of new videos, tutorials mostly on Creative 1.0 and Unreal Engine Fortnite. We've got a couple more for Unreal Engine Fortnite in the works too. So put that notification bell on and make it pop up when you're recommended. Don't forget to like this one, comment what was your favourite part. If you've got any queries or any recommendations for future tutorials, let me know and I'll happily do them. But here we go. So we're going to place 2 triggers down here. I'm actually going to delete this one because we're going to change the stuff in this here one. And we've got to make sure that sound is off. Trigger VFX and trigger sound effects. Activate in game. We're going to put this one in game start and we're going to give them a small delay. I'm not going to change this to a 0.5. No, not that. That's way too high. I'm going to change this to a 0.5 delay. We're then going to place the other trigger here, and in this one, untriggered, we're going to get the mutator zone and enable it. Then in this one, we're going to get the mutator zone, and can you guess what we're going to do? That's right, we're going to disable it. We're also going to go back into the other one, untriggered, transmit on trigger 2, trigger it. And then in trigger 2, when it's triggered, we're going to trigger 1. And then make sure that this is not activated on game phase of the second trigger. So now this will enable and disable over and over again. So let's start the game. Yeah. And now we've got all of these lovely mushrooms. So let's just pick up a couple of these. So they're 10 each. So we've picked up 3. You can see 3 in my inventory here. So when I go in here, it will eventually give me 30 gold. And you can see these here. They're triggering over and over again. So when I go in, I have no mushrooms. That's because I have done the other ones. And there we go. I'm getting 30 gold. And now it's saying you have no more. You're done. Why? Oh no, it stopped removing my items. How do we fix that? Well, we're going to go into the conditional buttons and make sure we've enabled item remove. I always thought this was enable originally, but I guess it's not anymore. Key items required. Consume keys. Items is on. Oh, I know why this doesn't work. Haha, I remember putting a complaint video up about this. Make sure down here we have infinite ammo, infinite consumables and stuff. But yeah, it's not on? Okay, so it seems like turning infinite resources off has fixed this issue. I also went in here and just disabled it and enabled it, the consume key items. That may have also been the problem. But we'll see when we pick up the other mushrooms. Might just be a small error in Epic, but or in Fortnite even, but we'll see. So we'll pick up 3 mushrooms again like last time. When we go in here, you can see we go up to 30, come on, there we go, but we will not get any more. Right, okay, you have no mushrooms, yes, I get that. I have no mushrooms left. And I only have my 30 gold. Now let's go ahead and pick up 2 of these, so this will give us 40, we'll then end up having 70. We'll go in here, it's gave us 20, 40, and now we're at 70. Then this one will give us an extra 30 on top of that, so we should end up with 100 gold. Boom, it's all gone. And then lastly, this one should give us 140, now 180 because we've got 2 in our inventory. There's 50, oh I put 50 in it, never mind, it's going to be 200 then. There we go. Now, how does it work when you've got multiple things in your inventory? Well, let's pick up a whole bunch of items here. And the reason why this is a lot quicker than just pressing the conditional buttons yourself is because pressing this, you have to click it every single time for that one item. Just like this. Look, it's only done that one mushroom once. As for this, the player just has to stand in here. Look at that, I already got 110 because it's doing all of these, all 3 at the same time, rather than just doing one item. And I'm just standing here. I can do my emotes, I can do whatever, and it's going to be getting rid of those mushrooms every time. So there we go, guys. That is how you make the best shopping system in Fortnite Creative. I call this shopping system the circle system. Why? Because it's on a circle. But anyway, that is the greatest shopping system, at least I think, you can make in Fortnite Creative. Again, if this helped out at all with you guys and your maps, it'd be greatly appreciated if you subscribed and liked the video. Anyway, I'm your host today, Mr. Mobile. I'll see you in the next tutorial, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.